Most businesses fail. If you're in your 20s thinking about starting one, there's a really good chance that yours will probably fail too. But that's actually a good thing, because failing now while you're young is the fastest way to succeed later. If you can shift your mindset about your business early, you'll be 10 steps ahead of everyone else. My name's Justin Valmeigen, and I've built an 8-figure company over the last few years of my life. I'm 35 years old, and I could have done it in my 20s if I just followed some of the advice that I'm going to cover in this video. So let me tell you a little story here. Mike started a clothing company at 22 years old. He bought a bunch of inventory, built a website, and within 6 months, he was broke. He thought he failed, but here's what actually happened. He learned how to market, he learned how to advertise, he learned how to build a brand, he learned how to sell, and he learned how to not waste inventory. So 2 years later, he launched a drop shipping store with no upfront costs and made his first $10,000 in profit. See, your first business is not your last. It's usually just your training ground. Done is better than perfect. You ever hear someone say, well, I have this amazing idea, but I'm waiting for the right time? Well, waiting for the perfect moment is like waiting for an airplane at a bus stop. It's never coming. Jeff Bezos launched Amazon selling just books. Nike's first shoe looked like it was made in a high school art class, and they started, but that's why they won, because the biggest risk would actually have been waiting for them. Now, in your business, you want to make sure you solve a problem, not just sell a product. So here's where most young entrepreneurs messed up. They think, hey, what should I sell? Instead of what problem should I solve? 90% of new businesses fail because they don't actually fix anything. Like, what do people complain about? What do they struggle with? What do they wish was easier? That's where business ideas are born. Want to make money? Well, solve a real problem. People pay for solutions, not just products. So recently, I just started a company that solves a huge problem in the industry that I am in, and I'm working on selling it right now. I looked and I said, hey, this is a big issue and I can create a solution for it. But it's not going to be easy, right? I'm starting over, I'm starting a new company. It's a little easier than it was the first time around, but it will definitely be challenging. Execution is more important than your ideas. You ever meet the guy who was like, bro, I had the Uber idea before it was a thing? Well, that's a cute, cool story, but ideas don't make you rich, execution does. Business is all about starting, failing, learning, and executing. But now we have to talk about something that'll make or break your business before it even gets off the ground, which is money. If you don't handle money correctly, you'll be out of business really fast. Something I learned from a business mentor of mine, Grant Cardone, is that cash flow is king. Cash is not king. Cash flow is king. You ever see a business making crazy sales, but somehow they're still broke? That's because cash flow is king. Most businesses don't fail because they had an idea. They fail because they ran out of money and they weren't able to sell products in volumes high enough, at profits high enough to stay in business. So here's the rule. Cash has to come in faster than it goes out, which means stop spending money on fancy branding before you have a single customer. Who cares about your website? Don't buy 1,000 units of inventory before testing demand. Keep your overhead low until your business actually starts making money. Now, there are economies of scale. As your business grows, there may be a point where your profit isn't as high. A lot of construction companies will see this, where it's just them and they have a small crew, they're making a bunch of profit, but then as they grow, the profit on each job actually decreases a little bit because there's different insurances and costs and all that stuff. And then once they get to the next level is when the big profits really come in. But at first, you need to keep your overhead low and your profit high per unit until your business actually starts making money. If your business can't survive without your next sale, you're already dead. That's actually what I almost went through in 2019. I was literally relying on my next sales and it was terrible, but I had a break and we made it happen. Now, you want to make sure next that you separate business and personal finances. This one's easy, but most people mess it up. Do not mix your money. Day one of business, open a separate bank account. Keep your money and the business's money completely separate. At the end of the month, if you have no idea where your money went, you're already failing. When you track your business money separately, you always know how much you're actually making, what's being spent on the business, and if you're even profitable. Or you can keep guessing and go broke. That's your choice. You also want to make sure that you understand taxes early. So let's talk about the thing that sneaks up and destroys new business owners. If you make 50 grand from your business, that's not all yours, right? A chunk of that does have to go to the government. And if you don't set that tax money aside, guess what happens? Well, you're going to get a surprise, which is a massive tax bill in the mail that you can't afford to pay. So here's what you do. Every time you make money, set aside at least 20 to 30% of it for taxes. Track all your expenses because some of them will be business write-offs, and this is not tax advice. But if you're making serious money, get a CPA, before the IRS gets you. I made some adjustments in my life. I moved to Puerto Rico where the federal income tax rate is on corporate profits is extremely low. So there are things that you can do to adjust your situation, but make sure you contact a CPA first. Now you want to make sure you invest in skills, not just assets. New business owners love spending money on things that don't actually make them money, but then they don't know how to sell, they don't know how to make money, they don't know how to advertise, they don't know how to close deals. Look, don't waste money on looking like a business. Spend money on learning how to sell things and make money. The best business investment is your skills. Learn sales, learn marketing, learn how to run ads, because the more valuable you are, the more valuable your business becomes. Here's the truth no one tells you. Most businesses don't fail because of bad ideas. They fail because the owner did not understand money. They didn't track cash flow. They didn't plan for taxes. They spent money on the wrong things. And if you want to win, learn to make money like a business owner and manage money like a business owner, not like a broke college kid. If you can't sell, you don't have a business. You have a hobby. You need to know how to sell products. And I don't really know many good business people who aren't good salespeople. Like, they come hand in hand. So if you are in your 20s and you want to be an entrepreneur, you don't even have to be in your 20s. You're going to have to learn sales because you're going to be your first salesperson. You could have the best product and the best service, but if no one knows about it, you're not going to make any money. And if you can't convert people into customers, you're not going to make any money. So let's talk about how to actually get customers and why most people get this completely wrong. Most people start a business, build a website, or post on Instagram once, and then sit back and wait. That's not how it works. Sales is the oxygen of your business. And if you can't convince someone to buy, your business suffocates. But here's the secret. Everything is sales. Posting on social media is sales. Explaining your business to a stranger, that's sales. Getting a client to trust you, that's sales. The most successful people in the world know how to sell. So if you want to make money, that's all I'm going to say on it. Learn how to sell now. Learn social media marketing as well. Social media isn't just for distractions. It's free marketing. It's a free marketing machine. Some people are consumers and producers of social media. Right now, I want you to change your mindset to being a producer of social media. You might say, but I like scrolling and getting all these memes. Cool. Well, rich people don't do that stuff. And right now, most businesses are not using social media right. If you're just spamming sales posts, like, no one cares. But if you make content that educates your audience, entertains them, makes them laugh, hits their heartstrings, solves problems, people will trust you. You want to do things that will make people want to share your content. Like I said, make them laugh, do something cool and interesting. You will find your niche over time. You just have to start posting. And when they trust you, they'll buy from you. Next thing I want to get into is customer feedback. You know what's worse than having no sales? Thinking that you know what people want when you actually don't. Most new entrepreneurs build it first and ask later, and that's why a lot of them lose. If you want to win, listen to your customers. What do they need? What frustrates them? What are their pain points? What would make them buy faster? Your customers will literally tell you how to make more money. Talk to customers, adjust, repeat, profit. That's the game. I do it on my YouTube channel too. I look at comments and I look at different data and look at other channels out there. Hey, what are people watching? What do people want to see? What should I make content on? And then blend it with my style. Next thing you want to know is your network is your net worth. You ever wonder why rich people just keep getting richer? Well, it's because they know something most people don't. And who you know is just as important as what you know. It's actually who knows you. If you're surrounded by people who have never built a business, never taken risks, how can you expect to level up? The fastest way to grow your business is to get around people who are already where you want to be. Go to events, join mastermind groups, connect with people who actually understand the game, because when the right person knows your name, opportunities show up fast. I literally just left a business meeting a few days ago, and I have a ton of amazing ideas that I learned from people who are a lot more successful than I am that I'm going to implement in my business immediately, and I already have. You know what separates successful entrepreneurs? It's not their business idea, and it's not how much money they start with. It's not even how smart they are. It's their habit. Because at the end of the day, the way you spend your time determines whether your business grows or dies. So let's talk about productivity habits that actually matter and how to build a routine that keeps your business moving forward every single day. Prioritize income generating activities. And this is where most new business owners waste time. They focus on things that don't really make them money. They make them feel productive, but doesn't really make them money. It's not leading to customers, sales, business growth. They're just distractions. Writing emails to leads and making phone calls to leads, that makes money. Closing deals, that makes money. Posting high value content, creating content like this video, that will make money. Spending 2 weeks deciding on a font, that's busy work. Creating all these little details and stuff, that's busy work. Sometimes you do have to, like right now, I have to take some time to develop products to sell. And there are people who I'm having develop them with me, but some things I need to do it on. Successful entrepreneurs ask themselves one question: what's gonna move the needle today? And then they do it. What's gonna sell more products today? Everything else can wait, and they focus on that thing. Now, you can always always make more money. Time is more valuable than money. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. One of the biggest mistakes that new business owners make is they try to do everything themselves. And you shouldn't be spending hours on things that don't grow your business. It can be usually automated or outsourced or delegated. Now, here's the rule. If someone can do it 80% as well as you, pass it off. Your time should go to things that actually move your business forward, like sales, marketing, strategies, building relationships. Everything else, find a way to move off your plate. Next thing is consistency beats motivation. Motivation is trash. You don't need to feel inspired, but you do need to feel disciplined. You do need to be disciplined. And the people who win are people like me who show up every single day regardless of how they feel. I had like some crazy flu, norovirus, whatever it was the last week. I still worked every day. I had no choice. I didn't sit in bed watching cartoons, eating popcorn and soup. I sat at my desk working, eating popcorn and soup. I don't work just when I feel like it. If you rely on motivation, you'll work hard for a few days, then quit. So when you build systems, which are non-negotiable routines, you'll stay consistent even when you don't feel like it. And consistency is what will make you dangerous. I'll admit I got thrown off my routine when I was sick, but I'm trying to get back on it now, and give me a few days, I'll get back in the gym. But now we need to talk about something most new entrepreneurs completely ignore until it's too late. Contracts prevent nightmares. Legal and operation stuff, because nothing will kill your business faster than a legal mistake you did not see coming. Contracts, business structures, liability. This isn't fun stuff, but if you get it wrong, you could literally lose everything. If you think a handshake is enough, wait until someone refuses to pay you, or wait until a business partner decides they want out and takes your business with them or half of it with them. So everything needs to be in writing. Agreements with clients, contracts with partners, even an NDA if you're working on something sensitive. Because when things go wrong, and they will, the only thing that protects you is what's in writing. Right now, I am super big proponent on contracts, NDAs, non-competes, like cool, like give me exactly what you want me, like I want it laid out in paper in writing, and I'm the same with everybody else. This is exactly laid out in writing, our agreement, because we don't want any confusion down the road. Get everything in writing in a contract. If you're serious about your business, don't just put up a PayPal link and start collecting money. You need to decide how to structure your business. Are you a sole proprietor, an LLC, a corporation? Each one has a different tax rule, different levels of liability, and different legal protections. Most small businesses start with an LLC because it protects your personal assets if something goes wrong. But don't just guess. Talk to an accountant or a lawyer before you scale and really start to grow. Now, keep this in mind though. Don't spend a month just making your LLC. Like I know so many people that, oh, I started my LLC, cool. That's just like super basics. Like that's so small. That doesn't mean you have a business. Don't get caught up in all that paperwork stuff, but it is important to structure it right. And even if you don't structure it right the first time around, don't worry. Like I didn't structure mine right the first time around and my accountant fixed it for me. So next thing is customer trust is everything. And a lot of businesses die overnight because they lose the trust of their customers. People don't trust your product or service. In the way you do business, they'll never buy from you again. But worse, they'll tell everyone that they know. So here's the rule. Deliver what you promise and then deliver more. If you say 2-day shipping, you got to make it 2 days. If you say satisfaction guarantee, and don't fight customers over refunds. Like your reputation is your most important asset in business, so you want to protect it. I hope this helped you today. If you're in your 20s and looking to start a business, apply this information. This can help you be successful and crush it, and I wish you the best. Subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and share this video with someone who needs to see it.